Happy Saturday, everybody. I feel like the school bell is ringing. Let's talk business with Crockett and AV. When you see the C,
you know it's me, and when you hear the C, it's Crockett
AV. Man, school is back in.
Once again, it's the life.
I feel like we got the entire district in the building right now.
Yeah, but you understand me? Alief is in the building.
Can I get a hall pass? Can they still do those? Y'all still do a hall pass?
They say we got to carry the cone now.
No
cone?
And no sticky notes.
What about a lunch card? Do they still do lunch cards? Don't do that?
You got to know your student number.
I done been out a long time.
But do y'all still have the chicken sandwich?
Yes.
Okay, it was a staple in lunch for me.
Man, I'm feeling nervous. I didn't know what was left over there.
They even have a chicken drumstick now.
Oh,
don't be
showing out. But we're excited they're here. So y'all just go ahead and introduce yourselves again. And wonderful from the Alief School District.
Alief
I feel like the
ISD.
whole board is in the building. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
So actually, ladies first. Y'all go ahead.
Well, good afternoon or good morning, whatever time of day. This is Trustee Ann Williams, serving on Alief School Board, and I have wonderful guests with me. I'm going to have them to introduce themselves. Go, D. Jones.
I am D. Jones, Business Partner and Community Specialist by Alief ISD.
One of the greatest.
Yeah.
The greatest, yes.
Yeah.
And this is Lee Su, PR specially for Alief ISD.
All right.
And Dr. Anthony Mays, Superintendent with Alief ISD.
You know, it's always a blessing when you got the trustees and you got the superintendent in the building and those from the community effort making great impact. So we're at a brand new school year. What is happening out in Alief now?
Well, right now, biggest thing on our forefront, one, we just opened school. Like I say, all of our students are in the building.
Yeah.
Everybody's well taken care of. We're excited. We hadn't lost anybody.
Thank God.
Yeah.
You know, and again, right now, biggest thing on our horizon is our beta. And so just to be able to support our district, but again, all is well so far.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. Of course, as you said, we're stepping into a new year with no problems because we've been seeing a lot of stuff on the news, whether it's bus routes, whether it's ACs going out, whether it's teacher shortage, but in Alief, all is well.
All is well.
All is well, and we're very grateful to that. All is well. One of the things I want to point out real quick, school is back in, but it didn't just start on the first day.
Okay.
We've been working all summer, and I'm excited as a trustee to share, and I'm going to have superintendent share some of the good work that we did all summer long. So when our students walked back in the door, we already pretty much knew what the conditions of our buildings. We knew where our students were standing, and we're excited. We know we're going to make it happen this year.
Yeah, so y'all really didn't take a break in the summer.
No, we kept it going, man. Summer slide is a real deal, so we try to keep the kids engaged all year long. And so we leaned into innovation between myself and our board, and we really focused on STEM. So we made sure our students were taking advantage of opportunities to get enrichment this summer. And so it wasn't, what they would normally get in the classroom. It was really enrichment. They learned how to develop roller coasters, how to build robots, had a chance to learn how to crochet in some instances. We just try to make sure they stayed engaged.
Let me ask you this real quick too, because this is powerful, Mike, with him saying about the STEM,
right?
Because this is where we are now in 2024.
Yes.
Like we went to school. What was STEM? Maybe auto mechanics, maybe cosmetology,
math, robotics, technology, and building airplanes.
Yeah. We were running from robots.
Yeah. For us, we recognize that when we're talking about wages and we talking about opportunity and life opportunities after they leave us, we know that that's where the money opportunities exist. And so we want to make sure that we set our students up with accelerated math opportunities, accelerated science opportunities, so that they are prepared to take advantage of those hot-paying jobs.
Now, for the layman that's listening and thinking about what district they're going to allow their children to be in, can you do me a favor and kind of explain the new state-of-the-art facilities that we have in Alief, as well as what particular STEM programs are available specifically? Because I like the one where they teaching them how to build an airplane. So they literally teaching y'all how to build airplanes and come out of high school building airplanes. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, absolutely.
So like you said, we have several facilities, and we do have an airplane. The airplane actually just got sold, so our students just built the plane, just wrapped it up, just sold it, and so we're waiting on the new shell for the new airplane to come in. Those same students that built that plane also get their drone licenses, and so for those of you that don't know, guess what? They can use those drone licenses to actually make money right now.
Look at God.
So that's just one pathway. But when you talk about the gamut, like you mentioned, auto mechanics, if you come over to Alief, you get to see a Cybertruck sitting right there in our bay.
Wow.
Those students are already learning what that technology looks like, what it sounds like, what
how
it feels
to take
like.
care of that cyber truck.
Man,
that's
amazing.
So forward thinking on technology with the students. I love that part.
Yeah, you got to stay current, and I'm thinking about even too from the community effort that you talked about, that partnership of the independent school district and the community. How can or what programs can we work together on?
That's all D. Scott.
Yeah, because I just saw on the news. I just saw on the news that a particular school district won't mention they fussing over people having power with library books. The community seem to be battling each other. But how can we keep the harmony?
So D, tell it.
Go D. Jones.
Well, we can keep the harmony by having more partnerships, like-minded people in the room, always thinking of the students first, think about the parents, how to support them. I want to also speak about health-wise.
Okay.
I had a huge health fair this July, and we had over 2,000 people come.
Wow. Yes, we did.
We served free immunizations,
Wow.
free backpacks, free haircuts, free school supplies, and it was a fabulous event.
And free health screenings.
And free health screenings,
Yeah.
blood pressure screenings. We gave away numerous gifts and prizes from Amazon to the families in need. So we are a family in Alief ISD.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And we offered insurance to all of those that didn't have health insurance. We wrote many policies that day.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing about Alief is the diversification. You actually get to see a totally and completely diversified community come together on one accord to take care of the people. Every time G. Jones put an event together, that's why I love being there.
Yeah.
So I could be a part of the rank boss.
So what are
Everything
the
is free.
events you have coming on as well? Because we just started the school year, so
Well,
it's a
we're
lot.
getting ready for the back to school night for Alief Night Out.
Okay.
And so we have a lot of vendors coming for that. We have all kind of services there. We will have a table for Alief ISD there. And Dr. Mace, you want to talk about the registration signed up for voting?
Yes, so
Oh, yeah.
biggest thing is that at every event that we have, we want to make sure that we get folks registered to vote. And so on September 23rd, we actually got our golf tournament coming up.
Yes.
This past year, we raised a record $100,000 for students. So we gave about $60,000 out in scholarships. We're looking forward to trying to break that record again this year. On March 29th, which is, we got a little while, but we got our Taste of Alief and our international parade coming up.
I'm in all of that.
You in the parade?
Every time it's a parade,
rolling.
you're going to see the big red
I would
bus.
say
baby.
rolling a big red bus in the
Certain
parade.
things got to occur.
Yeah.
Well, definitely, and with the golf tournament, Ann and I were discussing this, so we're going to see exactly how we're going to come together on that. Everything that goes on in Alief, man, I feel I'm a part of the fabric of the community. So whenever Alief move, I'm in it.
And I just want to say it's not too late to sign up. Please sign up for our golf tournament because of our foundation. Our Alief Foundation is the one that puts it together. And you're going to
Come on, slide in here with us.
Tell us
Come on,
about the Alief Foundation.
Around, yeah.
I just want y'all to know when it comes to golf, I'm probably the best golf cart driver. You understand me?
We're gonna let him do what he do. Yeah. Either Mike, you can.
So I just want to invite you all to join us for the upcoming golf tournament on September the 23rd at the Sweetwater Country Club. All the funds are going to help our teachers for teacher grants and scholarship. And we also have a pantry for uniforms and school supplies. So please join us.
Yeah. Now, what are some of the things that the foundation does as well?
We support our students in different scholarship, but also different events. For example, we provide uniforms for our HCC dual credit students, and the pantry is mostly for our most needy families.
Yeah.
So we also have in December the staff bus, so we request a donation of uniforms and school supplies.
Well, I need to talk more about the pantry though.
Because I was about to dive right into it. Yeah.
The pantry at the school. You can go into school and it's set up like an all-the-way live store and you can shop. Go ahead and tell them. Tell them about it.
Because that's major.
For
different.
For the most needy families, when they register or they need help, they go to the counselors and they receive a voucher. So then they can stop by our pantry. It's next to the natatorium, and each student may get up to 2 pair of pants and 2 t-shirts.
Yeah, well, I just think about growing up and how for us, my mom raising 5 boys, she was a maid, so it was a struggle, even with school clothes. I can imagine with these uniforms not having it, and lunch was like if you got it, was like a luxury. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So to hear that, so to hear that, y'all have that pantry to be able to deal with that. Who funds that for y'all?
Yeah, I mean, it's donations. I mean, I think you all talked about it in terms of just everybody working together. And so donations from individuals like Mr. Crockett, other, individuals throughout the community that really want to make sure that they're giving back. I think that what you see in Alief is you see a lot of blessed folks that graduated, came to our schools and graduated and are doing well, and they want to give back and support the students that are coming back.
I got real love for Alief. Don't nobody get mad, but I'm partial. I try and do an LSIC.
That's your spot. Yeah.
LSIC, what you call it? I try and get the kids some money to go to college at LSIC every year. Right. And my money, I wanted to go to C students.
Right. Yeah. And that's the thing about it. But
because all the students need money.
Right.
All the students. To take that next step.
I ain't gonna tell y'all about my 1.3 repeat.
But he said, and we like the fact that he's talking about being equitable. But let me go right back to this foundation. The awesome thing for me as an educator and a trustee is knowing that I have skills as an educator and my district trusts me in the summer that if I want to do something different and teach my students something different, the grant money from the foundation helps support me. So I don't always have to go and do summer school per se. I can do the summer school that I love with the students I want to work with.
But what I'm noticing too,
and that's with different trades, all sorts of kinds of trades.
The
foundation steps in and take care of it.
It was based on their interest. Like, the first year we opened it up, we said, teachers, y'all get to submit your proposals. I think we had like 20 or 30. I don't know that they believed that we were going to let them teach what they wanted to teach. And so this past year we had a little more than 80 teachers submit proposals. And again, I didn't have to convince the teachers to come for those summer programs because they had their interest in that and they love teaching.
The passion. We always talk about purpose, and that's what it is. Something that you're driven by. Because I know if you're driven by it, you're going to give me 120%. There's no doubt. You're going to be dedicated to it. I don't have to look for you. I don't feel like frustration on you because you hear a lot of teachers across the country, even in this summer in this city, will be like, well, they got me teaching 4 or 5 different subjects, but my passion is for this. I would rather you be under your passion, following your passion, because that is going to help. Talk a little bit about, because I'm watching schools now, and the summer is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. The days seem like it, at least to us. We didn't go back to school until September. Now they going back, seem the first week of August. The next 2 years, it'll probably be July. How do we effectively then develop our students, especially when it comes to learning year-round?
Yeah, I think it goes back to what we just said. Like the summertime that we spent with our students was about enrichment and them having fun. We also got our Alief Athletic League, and so guess what? That's soccer, that's basketball, that's volleyball. Like, again, another opportunity that our foundation helps provide, and the students don't have to pay for jerseys. They come, they sign up, they get to be a part of that. But
I'll sponsor all the jerseys if we put a C on it.
He
said it.
Yeah, I said we got it on record. He'll do it.
Yeah, but it's about responding to the whole child, and so whether it's sports, science, art. Man, we had a young lady this summer. This was her first time crocheting, and I've never been that interested in crochet. But man, some of the stuff this young lady designed, and guess what? We never would have saw that if we didn't connect, like you said, that teacher's passion with that opportunity, that free opportunity for that student.
Yeah, it's the Alief ISD School Board hanging out with us inside Let's Talk Business with Crockett and AV. How do you identify, especially in the community, how do you identify, or how do y'all go about identifying the needs and then being able to bring it back to the board and say, all right, like you said in the summertime, we know there's a necessity for school supplies, backpacks, uniforms, Mike with the coming with the insurance and coming with the testing. So how do you identify? What's your method of going about identifying the needs of the community?
I usually work a lot with our counselors. We have fantastic counselors. They know the needs of all the students, each student. They give me the names. I reach out to the families, provide what they need. Everything is free in Alief. I reach out to my business partners. They love helping the community.
Yes, we do.
Families, helping our students. So it's very easy when you have that buy-in with the business partners. I'm very transparent. Anything a parent wants to see and know, I will provide that. They're welcome to come at any time.
You're not hitting on one of the greatest things y'all got in the school. Talk about every month at each of the, I think it's 41 campuses, you have classes for the parents.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Talk about
that.
How do those classes benefit the parents in the community? Go ahead and tell them.
We have family engagement centers at each campus. On those campuses, there are liaisons that teach your parents how to be a good parent, how to provide an education for their students. Each student has their own learning abilities, so that liaison will service that family, that student as a whole.
Right, as a whole.
Yes, and everything is free.
Yes, and what she means by as a whole, whatever resources that the family needs, they bring the resources to the classes so that the families can connect with the resources right there in the community.
Yeah, because a lot of times, a lot of people get, as teachers sometimes, and the school system gets irritated with the lack of involvement from parents, maybe not knowing what the parents are dealing with. And sometimes the parents are upset with the school because they really understand what's being offered, or, you know, kids bring the homework home. It seems this difficult. It's like, I don't understand this. But like you're saying, I love out in Alief how you guys seem to have built a community. I guess is the word I'm looking for.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, the Family Centers actually had a grand opening on September 4th. And so, like you said, we got 48 campuses, and we ask everybody to come to those campuses, visit those campuses, you know, like you said, take advantage of the community, because it really is about meeting families where they are, them communicating with us what their needs are, and us working with the business community to try to address those needs, because we can't meet all of them.
Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to share too, as a board member to Alief, we have unique board members, like no other in the Houston area. To be very honest, I'm just say that.
And listen, can I interject? And Alief is ran by people of Alief. Look, we have local control.
Absolutely.
Okay, go ahead. I'm not trying to be messy.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. And when you ask about how do we know about the needs of our parents, it's because of that local control. Our board members are on they're taking the pulse constantly of what our community wants, what it is that they say that they need. If it's something that's out there and they don't see it, I'm happy. I'm proud that we have a superintendent that we can have a conversation with, and that he shares it with the council, and it just seems to trickle down. So that's one of the blessings there that I would say that we can really focus on making sure that our community is engaged.
I think it does take, like you say, the board and the administration working together. It's not going to happen without people tapped in and being a part of the community, because you talked about how we responsive. It's about listening. You know, it's about having conversations. You know, not all conversations are easy, but definitely. We have those conversations, try to figure out how we get where we need to go.
Yeah, because people just want to be heard. I mean, you hear that, especially when the school year starts. It's just about being heard. One thing I want to ask real quick, Mike, and I'll throw it to you. You talked about the business community that's attached to Alief. So how do you go about developing it? I know with Mike, it's because alumni.
Yeah, you know, I'm so in, it's beautiful.
Yeah, so how do other people follow this map that y'all have laid out?
I want to just jump in and say one more time as a trustee, because many times people come to your board members and they said, I want to know how to do business. I am proud to say in Alief, we care about you coming and asking how to do business, because when you come, we're going to either send you to D. Jones or to our procurement department. They're going to help and support you. Now, I will say, as a board member, and you got me on public doing it, I like the idea that people have the greatest things in sliced bread that they want to bring to Alief. But you need to understand our children. And it is about equity, and it's about, you can't come and try to make money in our children, off of our children. I'm sorry, our public is not, our community is just not gonna support that idea. But if you come in like Crockett comes in every single time, we can call him every single time. D. Jones has lots of partners that all she has to do is make a phone call. That's what really gets it for our businesses.
And it is a partnership. It's a two-way street. For instance, if a business come to me and say, we'll need a band or someone to come for a grand opening, we try to do that because it's a two-way street. We don't say, give me all the time. It's a two-way street. They give to Alief, and we also supply what they need as well. Fabulous business partners. I can call anytime for any situation, whether it's for students, staff, families, and they will come through for us. Mr. Crockett is fabulous. I can call him anytime. I need a car for a parade. I turned around and he bought me fabulous.
You saw the sea everywhere.
First class. I called him for a mobile van for the health fair. He is there. He provides everything that's needed. Dr. Mace, why don't you speak about Alief Proud Day that's coming up as well?
Yeah, I mean, Alief Proud Day is really about, you know, all of our campuses coming out there showing pride, celebrating each and every campus. And so, you know, again, it's just another chance for our community to come together, and we focus on that. We're intentional about having at least 3 annual community events where our community gets to come together. This one is focused on Alief, but Taste of Alief focuses on the diversity of our community and small businesses. You get a chance to see those small businesses come out, and typically they want to do it every month, and I'm like, no, y'all can't do it. That's how it works. Yeah, but it's about, like she said, taking care of one another, taking care of the small businesses, taking care of our students, taking care of the community as a whole.
Now, I got a question for each of you. I want to know, what inspires each of you to do what you do? You so invested in the youth and in the young people in the district, as well as if you notice, AV, each one of them talk about how they connect with the community, right, directly, and everybody is talking about a give back to the people and the family vein, right? So, what inspires each of you to tap into that?
I'm going first on that one. I say one. I was the free kid getting those immunizations when y'all were bringing.
Come on, bro, that's real.
Me and my mom were in that line, waiting on them free shots.
Yes, sir.
You know, and you know when it came down to opportunity, you know, we give this past month we worked with Kendra Scott. We gave kids, you know, we gave 5,000 books out for free.
Wow.
But, you know, my mom couldn't pay for no books.
Man, right? Come on, come on.
So I had to get what I could for free. The summer engagement opportunities, again, if it were not for a free opportunity, I couldn't take it. I was going to be sitting in front of the TV with Granny all day.
That's real. That's real.
So
That's real.
providing those free opportunities, giving those free books, giving those immunizations, for me, I always think about what it was like for me as a child growing up and not having those opportunities were it not for somebody else doing what we're doing for our students.
That's real. That's real. That's real.
For me, I just love giving back to the community, serving the community. I always say, God blesses me so I can bless others. And I just see my work through what I'm doing firsthand. It's not like you give your money, you don't know where it's going. I can see firsthand that I'm helping families. It's a joy to me to work for Alief ISD. I'm all in. I moved from Iowa to here. Been with Alief since 20 years, and I am going strong for 20 more years.
That's right. Hey, Jones ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere.
As a child, I was growing up in a very low-income family, and I always wanted to be a teacher. So being a teacher, working for Alief ISD, this is my year 20, so it's a dream coming through. So I really want to work for the students.
That's a beautiful thing.
So my joy would be similar. Growing up, 5 children in the family, pastor's kid. So you know how we had to roll. You go to church all day on Sunday, show up to school on Monday. But more importantly, becoming a parent. And I look and I see the wonderful young men that I have as sons today, and I want that for everyone. And I know that was possible because of people like Crockett, mentoring along the way, but also because Alief ISD stood by us and made sure that our students didn't just graduate, but they graduated with something that they can go into the next life with.
Yeah. Let me ask this question too, especially coming off of that being fueled by the passion. What do you need as we move forward through this school year from the parents, especially with the children being, 8 hours or so in the care of Alief Independent School District? What can the parents do to help make this year a success as well?
Yeah, continued engagement and support. I mean, again, we know that we have not seen an injection in money in the district since 2019, and so them just being patient with us, understanding where we are, we're using everything that we got to meet the needs of our students, but just continue to engage. Take care of your students at home as often as you can. Make sure they reading, and not in front of a screen or a device, but helping us to help them by taking care of them at home as best they can.
Yeah, was there a way that you guys were successfully able to incorporate, especially with the devices that the kids spend a lot of time on throughout the day? I mean, kids look for every moment to TikTok. They look for every moment, come up with the latest trend or whatever. How as a district are we able to incorporate that so that we won't feel like, okay, we're isolating the children from something?
No. We're not running from technology. We opened up the conversation talking about STEM opportunities. So in our classrooms, our students, they're going to use devices. They're going to use smartwatches. They're going to use, cell phones, but they're using it to address what we're asking for them as it relates to instruction. Again, we're not going to run from technology because we know that AI, technology, all this stuff is
it's here. It ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, and if we don't give them exposure to it, we're actually handicapping them.
Right.
And so, we put whatever rules and whatever, guardrails we need to put in place, but use the technology to make yourself a stronger student.
Right. And I just want to say this because I really do this in Alief. So since we got Alief up here saying that, now I can say this to all other business owners that are in their districts. Man, get involved with the school district and be a part of the solution, right? So from the head down, you can get involved. Find ways to get involved and be a benefit to the young people so that regardless of what type of situation the system is, you doing what you can to impact change and affect those young people in a positive light.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just want to say, thank you for saying that. One, and don't think that you gotta bring them everybody. Because everybody can't bring them in. Everybody can't bring them in. Everybody, but you do what you can.
Right.
You know, you do what you can. If you can only go by a classroom and have a conversation.
Yeah,
when we have our college, we're trying to make sure students hear a testimony or hear somebody's story. Volunteer to come up and share your story with our students, because they need to know that, hey, guess what? It wasn't always easy, and these are the struggles that I had to persevere through, and you can get through it. So
and whenever y'all need that, y'all call me. I speak at every school.
Oh yeah,
Come on through. Yeah, because you need it. You need the students need to be able to see those who walk the halls, those who are going on and have been successful. They need to see that as a mirror in front of them to say, okay, if they can do it, I can do it too. I can excel from these same halls.
I want to say this. All of you that have succeeded that are not athletes, please go to school and let these young people see you not being an athlete and being successful.
Absolutely. They need to see it.
Yeah, they need to see it, touch it, and know that they can be it because you're there. And tell your actual story. Don't put all that baking soda on your story. Tell the truth and let them know where you came from and see how you got to where you are, so that they can understand that they can make it just as you did. That's just a fact.
I remember, probably got about a minute left. I remember a couple of years back, one of the guys I grew up with, he talked about the first day of school and how they asked, everybody to come back and welcome the students as they were coming into the building. And he said one of the things that upset him as an alumni was the fact that the school put the athletes up front. And they had the honor roll students in the back. So when it got to the end of the line, nobody's cheering for the honor roll student. So they made it feel like if you're not playing sports, you may not succeed. As Mike says, no, we need them to see everybody.
All walks of life.
So that they can see themselves.
Yeah, so you can see yourself. Because we all play sports, but y'all see we done all went in different directions.
Come on, man.
The thing about Alief, you got attorneys, you got lawyers, you got doctors, you got business owners, and you got pro athletes and professional, singers and dance, political figures. You got everything. All we're saying is whatever it is that you got, bring it back to Alief and let the students benefit.
I love it. Man, this has definitely been a great conversation. I wish you guys the best on this school year. I already know y'all have so many things going on. Y'all need to put a blueprint out for other districts and people to follow as well, because it's always a great work from the foundation, community involvement, from the board. Of course, what other superintendent, and I won't get on that soapbox, but what other superintendent will come out and have a conversation about what's going on in Alief. So on behalf of Mike and myself, we salute y'all. Thank you for all that y'all do with Alief. And
thank you for
as he say, always the doors are open, except when it come to playoff games and sports. We're going to beat y'all from Alief ISD. Y'all be blessed. It's Let's Talk Business with Crockett and AV. When you see the C,
you know it's me. And when you hear the C, it's Crockett and
AV. Be blessed, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Go Alief!